my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon, and today I've got a tea talk to share with you guys. It is bright and early on a Monday morning, so instead of tea, we've got coffee. And my just shut up mug. I feel like that's fitting for Monday mornings, but yes, no tea today, just coffee. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about a few things, but the first thing, the number one thing I wanted to talk about is, and we're just going to jump on into it, is this mess that's going on right now with Jaclyn Hill. You guys, I've never made a video about Jaclyn Hill on my channel before because I've never felt the need to. I don't have strong feelings towards Jaclyn one way or the other, you know what I mean? I don't love her, but I don't dislike her. That being said, okay, so what's today? June 10th. So almost 2 weeks ago, Jaclyn Hill launched her first ever launch for her first ever brand, Jaclyn Cosmetics. And she'd been teasing this launch and this brand for 5 years, at least. And you know, everyone was really excited. She's done collaborations with other brands before, as we all know, you know. She's done the Champagne Pop with Becca, and then she went on to do other products which were an absolute flop with Becca. Then she went on to do the Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe, and then she went on to do another Jaclyn Hill collaboration with Morphe that was an absolute flop. So now we come to the Jaclyn Cosmetics brand launch. She posts a very long video about it, as you would. She's very excited. There's something very heartwarming about the video because even though I don't love Jaclyn, there's something heartwarming about seeing someone so excited about something. And I watched her swatch all of those lipsticks. They were all nude lipsticks, which should come as no surprise to anyone since Jaclyn Hill's very much a nude lipstick lover. And I'll admit, on May 30th, when the product went live, I set my alarm and I went to take a look at some of the colors and maybe purchase one or two. I didn't, however, because when I put the lipstick in my cart, the lipstick itself was selling for $18, which is a reasonable price. I was happy to see that it wasn't $20 or $25 or $30. But I put the lipstick in my cart and I went to go and check out. Now I live in Canada, and if you are Canadian, you know where I'm going with this, or international anywhere. And as I went to check out, the shipping for this $18 lipstick was $20. $20. When you put the exchange rate in there, that makes it, I think at the time it was like 26 or 27 Canadian dollars. Almost $30 worth of shipping. So I said, no ma'am to that, and got out of there. I didn't want to try them that badly, so. But you know what? As a Canadian, you get used to it. I'm used to wanting to order something and then changing my mind because the shipping is outrageous. So while it caused me to roll my eyes, I was like, okay, well, good luck. I guess we'll see how it goes. Maybe someday she'll be sold in Sephora and I can order it then. Well. After that is when everything really seemed to kick off. A few days passed by. The first thing that was a little strange to note was that there were no influencers posting reviews before the launch. Because you know how brands will send out PR packages to influencers and then you can watch the review. And then that helps you decide if you want to purchase once launch day comes. And there were no reviews about the Jaclyn lipsticks, which seemed weird because in Jaclyn's announcement video, she showed us the PR box and said that big influencers were going to be getting it, that micro influencers were going to be getting it, that tons of subscribers were going to be getting it. She's going to have giveaways. So it didn't make much sense that there were no PR reviews. Nobody, none. And I even saw on Twitter Raw Beauty Christie, who will come into this again later, but I saw Raw Beauty Christie comment that she had purchased the entire collection of lipsticks when they went on sale. And she mentioned that the price of them, it was like $333 for all 20 lipsticks plus the shipping. Jaclyn saw that tweet and replied to it saying, why'd you do that? Or, girl, you shouldn't have done that. You're on my PR list. You should be getting it tomorrow. So the people who were on the PR list didn't even know that they were on the PR list. So here we have Christy, who spent all that money on all those lipsticks and was getting them again in the PR because she wasn't told they'd be coming. So she said on Twitter, Christy at that point, she said, oh my God, I'll have 40 lipsticks. I'll do a giveaway or something. That's since been axed, which we'll talk about now in a second. Jaclyn also went on Twitter and said something along the lines of, there was a mail mishap with the PR, and that's why the influencers didn't have their PR boxes before launch. She's very frustrated, but you know, she's learning as she goes. It won't happen again. And that's something that I find you'll notice is a theme with Jaclyn. When things go wrong, she very much plays the I don't know what I'm doing card. Whereas the reality is she's a millionaire businesswoman. She knows what she's doing. But when it comes to communicating with the public, it's very much like, I don't know what happened. Anyway, so then the people who had ordered, their orders started coming in. And one weird thing that Christy mentioned was it seemed like something got mixed up in the order system, in that the people who did not pay for expedited shipping got their parcels lightning fast, like the next day in some cases. And then the people who paid for expedited shipping, like Christy did, got an email saying they were sorry, due to whatever, it wasn't going to be expedited, and they gave her a refund. So it almost seems like in the system, the people who didn't pay for expedited went into the system as though they had, and they got their items lightning fast. And then came the first negative review, and it wasn't even a negative review, it was a what the hell's happening sort of review. And this girl, who I believe her name was Veronica, she posted pictures of the lipsticks that she had ordered and how they were covered in these balls, like little round balls, and some had fibers and holes, and it was just an absolute mess. And she was the first one, and Jaclyn actually kind of struck out at her and made it sound like it was the girl's fault. But then, of course, as more and more and more and more photos and reviews started coming in, Jaclyn realized, okay, it wasn't this one isolated incident or this one girl trying to make her look bad. There's something seriously wrong with the formula of these lipsticks. The other thing that's also like so weird when it comes to stuff like this, and the many flops of Jaclyn Hill, is that when she puts out her videos about these products, she goes on and on and on about how perfect they are and how hard she's worked on them, and you know, just how maybe if she didn't hype them up so much when they failed, it wouldn't be such a drastic contrast. I don't know. It just feels like so often things go so wrong for her. I think the only thing that she had her name attached to that I didn't hear some kind of complaints or drama attached to was when she did the collaboration back in like November or December with that eyeglass company. She put out some sunglasses, and I didn't hear anyone complain about those. So maybe makeup's not the route to take for you, Jaclyn. And yet, on the other hand, part of me feels terrible for Jaclyn. Like, I'm sure she didn't mean for this to happen, and I'm sure she's heartbroken over it. But then at the same time, when I'm feeling that way, I also think, but she's playing that I don't know what's happening card when clearly she's a very, very successful woman. She has to know how these things work. I know it's her first launch, but surely she's been researching and watching other brands do it for years. I don't know. Anyway, if you want the real tea, the real steaming, piping hot tea, go and check out Raw Beauty Kristy's video. Because here's the thing. When I saw all these pictures popping up of the holes in the lipsticks and the hairs attached to the lipsticks and the absolutely disgusting balls of whatever attached to the lipsticks, I was like, you don't quite believe it, right? You're like, there's no way a company, even a new company, or especially a new company, just sent out lipsticks that look like this. That would be absolute insanity. And then Raw Beauty Kristy posted a picture of one of her lipsticks. And hers looked exactly the same, if not worse than some of the other ones I'd seen. And then you're like, oh, no. So it's real. And I think Kristy felt the same way because she tweeted, you know, I went into this fully 100% expecting to be like, you guys are crazy. I love these lipsticks, but no. Anyway, if you want the full tea from Kristy, she posted a nearly almost 50-minute video where she goes in with a microscope to look. She's not hateful, you know, as you wouldn't expect Kristy to be. It's just a very honest review, and it gives you all the info you could need. So definitely check that video out. It's so good. It's one of the conspiracy theories that people have been kind of talking about and wondering about is if these lipsticks that she's made and just released have been made for maybe years, and they were sitting on a shelf, and then she kind of thought it would be fine and then released them, because about 2 years ago she went through a divorce, and I know that was very taxing on her, as it would be, of course. So a lot of people are thinking she might have been ready to go with launch then and then put it on the back burner, and now is releasing those very same physical lipsticks. And one of the reasons people are kind of pointing to that is because the emblem on the lipstick says JH, which would be Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. But since she's gotten divorced, now the name of the company seems to be Jaclyn Cosmetics, but yet the emblem still says JH instead of JC. So I don't know. That definitely sounds like it could be a possibility to me. Anyway, you guys, that's all I wanted to say on that. I just kind of wanted to go over the things I'd heard. I hope it all gets sorted out for everybody's sake. I know the company's been promising refunds and to replace things, so hopefully they make good on that. I'm sure they will, but yeah. So after all that, how about cheers? So after that, I don't even really know what to say. I was going to talk to you about wanting to hear what you guys are watching. Last night, The Handmaid's Tale season 3 started airing. Very excited for that. I can't wait to see where they take that show now, because of course, while it's based on the book by Margaret Atwood, the book really only covered season 1, and then they ran out of material, so now they're kind of doing it on their own, which is very fun and exciting, and they seem like a really smart, clever group of showrunners and whatnot, so it's fun seeing where they take it. Plus, Margaret Atwood has her own sequel to The Handmaid's Tale coming out this fall, which is wild because The Handmaid's Tale, you know, came out so many years ago, so I can't wait to see what Atwood visualized as the continuation of that story. And as for Netflix, season 2 of The Good Girls, or Good Girls, I think it's just Good Girls. Anyway, that's showing up. If you haven't seen Good Girls, you need to watch it. It's so good. It stars Christina Hendricks from Mad Men, who I just love. She's just so lovely. And Mae Whitman, Matthew Lillard's in it. If you were a teenager in the 90s, like I was, you certainly remember Matthew Lillard. He was everywhere in all those teen movies. And then I hadn't seen him for years and years and years. And then he resurfaces in Good Girls. Yeah, so, yeah. I'm gonna go now, you guys. I'm gonna go finish my coffee, get this video up, and then have a good day. And I hope you guys have a good day. It's where I am, it's bright and beautiful and sunny. The air quality is finally better from the nearby fires. So hopefully that means that the putting out of the fires is going well for them. I know some American firefighters were arriving last week to help put out the fire. So that's fantastic and hopefully going well and everyone's staying safe. So until Wednesday, you guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this, I hope you give it a like and subscribe if you want. I love making new friends, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.